Testing 1 2 1 2.
Your mornings are about to get a whole lot messier.
Stop calling me that, you heifer. Can we say that on air?
You guys are wild.
Wake your ass up.
With VONT, CHAP, and JUSTIS. This is Morning Commute.
Wake me up.
Good morning, gang. It is the Messiest Morning Show podcast, episode 25. Appreciate you tapping in. Morning Commute. My name is VONT Leak, joined always by my brother in podcast crime, Justice Greg. How are you, King?
It's good, y'all. Good morning. It's popping.
I always realize you wear your villain shirts like they're your uniform for this show.
Yeah, pretty much. In life, to be honest.
You wear them every single day. See, I know this dude that he has like a business and he wears like the same, like his own hoodies and shirts every single day. Good for him, but sometimes I'll be looking like, are you really changing? It makes me look dirty if I did something like that.
Honestly, I have my black hoodie I wear a lot. I'll be like, if I'm just like going to the store, that's the hoodie I always wear. I always said that once I do merch, that's pretty much all I'm gonna wear. But yeah.
But like a hoodie is fine. I feel like, but like this, like the dude that I'm talking about, he wears like, I see shirts and it's not even like different color shirts often with like the same logo. It's like this same gray shirt with the same green print that I'll see like 3 days in a row. I'm like, you dirty.
Yeah, it might, and not gonna lie, it might be the same. It might not be a gray shirt. It might be a black shirt. It's just faded.
Right. Or it might be a white shirt that just got dirty.
Honestly.
Niggas won't know. Brother Chap is gone this week. Where is Chap? Do we know?
I don't know. Somewhere. I think it's fucked up how you're just like, oh yeah, brother, Chap's gone. When I'm gone, it's like, oh yeah, this nigga Justice is dead. Fuck that nigga anyway. Like, damn, bro. Because, bro, I was expecting you to make a little sassy comment, but nah, you just letting this nigga slide?
Because Chap's never missed an episode of the pod.
You know what's real nasty? You know what it is? There'll
Also,
be weeks, no. Let me get this off. There'll be some weeks where like I'm only free one day and Chap is only free one day, and they're like, you know what? Yeah, let's just do me and Chap.
That's not true at all.
How it will be, but it's
not,
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Not,
I'm the villain. It's fine. I can take the slander. It's cool.
Blasphemy. That's not true at all.
Cool. Let's not argue. Let's not argue in front of our guest.
Yeah, she's a family to the pod now. Chap is out this week. God bless his soul. I hope he's okay. I hope he's doing well. I actually sent him an edible arrangement. So filling in for Chap this week. Welcome back to the pod, Peyton.
Hi. Thanks for having me. It's always fun.
And what's funny is the plan was to have Peyton on this week no matter what. But in the planning of things, we just found out that the three of us, me, Chap, and Justice, were not free. And then when Chap was like, oh, just take the week off. I'll take the week off. I texted him like, bro, please. That's not true. But Peyton, what's going on with you? You are, if you're new to the pod, Peyton is a friend and a radio personality in, I don't know why I'm about to say Detroit, in Phoenix.
Yep, in Arizona. Yep, part of the John Jane Rich Morning Show. So, yeah, it's always a good time to be able to hop on the podcast, outside of an actual studio. I feel like I get to be myself on this podcast, so I'm glad to be here.
Ooh, let's talk about it. You don't ever feel like you can be, I get what you're saying, because it's like, and we kind of talked about this last week, because we had my boy Ryan, he's in Chicago, does radio in Chicago last week. It is a different vibe. He's on their hip hop station and their top 40 station, which is already two different vibes. But now this is like an even less filtered and less like known vibe on this show. Do you feel like you have to obviously censor yourself for sure? How, I guess, less of yourself do you feel on your morning show?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm myself, but I can't, yeah, I mean, you hit it right on the head, like Vaunt, like, you have to censor yourself a little bit, so when you're outside the studio and whatnot, like I had somebody tell me the other day that I was a watered down black girl. Like, what does that even mean?
Was this after, like, what was the reason, or just out of nowhere?
It was out of nowhere. It was like watered down black girl. Like, okay, thanks, I guess.
Are there even enough black people in Phoenix to like tell you that?
Yeah, actually, I was out and about last night in like downtown Phoenix area. And people are crazy when they say Arizona doesn't have culture, because I saw black people everywhere.
Word.
I've never been, so I wouldn't have guessed that, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's cool. It just depends where you are. I grew up in the suburbs, Chandler area, and I mean it was pretty whitewashed, lots of white people, but it was cool. It's a safe place to be. But downtown Phoenix is cracking for sure.
Yeah, watered down black girl is crazy though. That's
I
personally,
was like, excuse me.
yeah, bro. That's personally a pet peeve of mine when like people try to like tell someone their race or like how they're supposed to act if they're a certain race. Like I don't know, that's just annoying to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's my life every day. So,
Justice and I get
but
that,
I
I think,
get.
because oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, I was done.
Oh, Justice and I get that because we're both half Puerto Rican, but I feel like Justice could pass off as a little bit more Puerto Rican than I could, just because like you have like better curls, and I think you're like your skin complexion looks a bit more Puerto Rican. But do people assume that you're just black? Because that's all they get from me. My name is also Devontae, which is black as fuck. So
Yeah, but you go by VONT. That's what it is.
and that throws people off completely.
Yeah, because like you see VONT, you don't know what the fuck that is. VONT leak, that could be any race.
Right.
At all, for real. I mean, I get like both. Sometimes I'll get like black off rip. Sometimes, people come up to me speaking Spanish. So I'm just like, no hablo. Like,
No hablo.
not-
Anywho, we episode 25 of the pod. I wanted to ask you guys before we dive into things because we have so much that I want to talk about. This popped up on my timeline like last night. Somebody posted on Twitter, said my husband fake proposed to get us drinks last night, and there's like a video of them doing it, and she went along with it, blah blah blah. And I feel like this is every once in a while it's cool, but at what point is this like you're just robbing restaurants, staging
think it
fake
depends.
proposals?
It depends. If it's a mom and pop restaurant, that's messed up. If it's a chain restaurant, rob them. I don't care.
Really?
I'm with you 100%. I mean, I don't care who you rob, but I think I do agree with that. Like, I'm cool with like robbing the chain. Like, if you at Cheesecake Factory, bro, bring on the free cheesecake. You feel me?
Yep.
Like, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't know if I could do that though, honestly. I just don't think I want that much attention on me where I'm constantly, acting like it's my birthday.
Because what's the difference? Like people do it sometimes with just their birthdays, right? And they'll come out and do the whole happy birthday. Nah. They do that. You get like a free dessert. Sometimes they charge you for the dessert, which is bullshit. Because you can go like without like $7 of an ice cream tray, but a whole ass meal. Like how often are you doing that until you get caught?
That's kind of genius though. Not gonna lie to you.
I think I would only want to do it for. I think I do it more for the plot than the free meals. I don't give a. I obviously I would like a free meal, but I think I would just love to do it just so that's like something stupid we could look back on.
No, you like it because you're a Leo and you like the attention. That's why.
And
That's probably what it is.
you don't have to expose me like that.
That is you do give off a lot of Leo energy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, I
You
am a
do.
Leo,
You're
nigga.
like a Leo queen for sure. I seen this thing where it was like, if it's my birthday and we go to Chili's and you order the fajitas, I'm beating your ass because it's my birthday. What are you looking for all that attention for?
That's real though.
What's the correlation of fajitas?
Bro,
Because when you bring the fajitas out, it's like on fire.
Oh, I never put two and two together.
Every time you go to a restaurant, the fajitas come by and you're like, oh shit, I should have ordered.
Everybody looks at the fajitas. They're like, damn, what is
Because
that?
they smoking and the plate is like hot as shit.
Yeah.
You're causing a scene. What are you causing a scene on my birthday for? It's my day.
But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do it. I do like the attention, but I can't stand. We need to abolish happy birthday songs in restaurants. It's the awkwardest thing for all parties involved. If you're singing happy birthday to me, then I have to sit there awkwardly like, while you're sitting there singing this dumbass song. It's weird. And then if I'm the guy, because I worked at IHOP for a little bit, if I'm the guy that has to sing it, like the waiter or whatever, we don't want to sing this song to this 47-year-old man. Like, we don't. We don't. We need to abolish singing happy birthday songs, and if you're over 10 years old.
Well, since we're abolishing things, this just passed. Can we be the last generation that does April Fool's Day? Because like me personally, I've never found April Fool's Day funny. And like all the posts you see on Instagram, it's just annoying to me. Like, I don't know if I don't know, like right now, the state of the world ain't shit funny right now. Like we don't got time to do April Fool's Day. Like
that's why we need April Fools right now, because the world it's so dark. A little bit of comedy, have some fun.
I think if we're gonna do April Fool's Day, I think people need to really like the only April Fool's Day thing that I saw that I liked was the people at their job, they pulled up with the Krispy Kreme box and they opened it and it was really like celery and carrots. That I thought was fun. That's what I'm saying. If you do April Fool's, you gotta go all out. You know what I mean?
I don't really care. I've never been an April Fool's like prank guy. Like it doesn't bother me in any capacity. I know not to believe anything I see on the internet on April Fool's. And then my girlfriend, who's gullible and as oblivious as a light bulb sometimes, she's like sending me stuff on Instagram. So in Jersey, there's a convenience store called Wawa Quick Check. Like there's two of them, Wawa and Quick Check. She sent me a meme and it was like, like one of the companies bought the other. Now they're merging called WaCheck. I didn't even go and she said to me yesterday. I didn't even have to go and look to see when it was posted before I texted her back. I was like, baby, this is fake. Like, come on now. It was April Fool's.
I fell for everything on April Fool's Day. And the one problem, though, that I did have with a lot of the businesses is they were like, dill pickled flavored, da-da-da. And I love pickles. I don't find that funny. I don't find it funny for you to make a fake pickle meal that sounds delicious and so good and it be an April Fool's joke. That shit pisses me off.
Oh, I hate pickles with a passion.
Ooh, I love me some pickles. I could go to any pickle convention. I could do a fair. I could be the president of the pickle community. I could drink the juice. Pickle martini me. Ugh, yes.
Oh my God. I'm getting like skeeved out just hearing that. I can't even stand smelling pickles.
We need to abolish pickles too. That'd be
Right.
the next thing that's abolished.
Take that back. How dare you?
Never.
No, we did on the morning show. Remember last year when like pickles and Pepsi was trending? We like tried that and I literally threw up. I hate pickles with a passion.
The drama.
I'm gonna bring you tomatoes. Peyton told me that she hates tomatoes.
I had a dream when I was a kid that I had eaten a tomato and the seeds came to life and they basically came and ate all my toes off and they turned into these little tomato demons. So yeah, I have a fear of tomatoes. So what?
Interesting dream. So like if like you were like on the stage and like people were throwing tomatoes at you, is that like your biggest fear?
VONT literally brought that up. I said, yeah, I would gag. I would run away and start gagging. That's sick.
That's like some SpongeBob shit. Like, not only are people booing you, you're so bad, but then they throw your worst fear at you. Like, just fucking crawl in a hole.
Oh, God.
All right, baby. Let's get this show cracking. It is the Morning Commute podcast. VONT leak. I was going to say Justin Chapman. He's not here. I hope he's feeling better. Justice Greg and Peyton is popping. Peyton's on the pod, popping on for CHAP because he is MIA this week.
Remember we talked about the height transplant people were getting, or like they extend people's knees.
Yes,
that's what CHAP's doing.
Right. He's getting measured for some stilts.
Yep.
Be nice to CHAP. We love a short king.
No, CHAP is short as hell though. CHAP is so short. It don't make no goddamn sense. CHAP is like 4. That's a stretch. 4'6". Don't spread that line. CHAP and his girl next to each other are like Kevin Hart and his wife. Like it's a completely like it's a shift, and he has to like get on his toes, and she has to bend down to kiss him.
Black love.
Stop.
Right. Love to see it. Let's get the show popping. Let's talk about everything that Black Twitter is talking about in the Black Twitter report.
From the latest rap beefs to the hottest debates, and even the messiest celebrity scandals in between, it's the Black Twitter report on Morning Commute.
Speaking about Black love, let's talk about Cardi B and Offset. They are our first story in our Black Twitter report. Cardi B said that Offset is threatening murder-suicide, and not only that, but sending revenge porn to her new man. Now, they're not officially divorced, are they?
I think they're in the process.
Yeah, it's like they're separated, but they're not. It's not confirmed yet. Well, Cardi B is claiming that for the past couple of months, Offset has been harassing her, begging her to take him back, threatening murder-suicide on the both of them. And Cardi is not really having it. She said that she's also Cardi dating a new guy, and she said that Offset started sending videos of them having sex to the new guy that she's been seeing. She said, quote, every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me, he leaves me voice notes, try to put my self-esteem to the ground, and I'm so tired of it. Now, what I'm going to say might seem controversial, right? Because when somebody's threatening murder-suicide, that's pretty much like, that's serious. But we've also seen this back and forth behavior from Cardi and Offset before. I don't think anything maybe to this extent, but like Offset cheated on Cardi, and when his birthday came, she bought him a refrigerator with $500,000 in it. So like, are we rewarding bad behavior here? I don't know. I feel bad even saying that because murder-suicide isn't something to play with. It's just a pattern we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, every time we've talked about it on the show, we've seen that this is an absolutely toxic relationship. Offset continuously cheats on Cardi B. Cardi B takes him back. Repeat. As the feminist of the show, I'm personally glad.
Yes, I forgot. Peyton, this is your first time potting with Justice. He is an active feminist.
I'm glad.
I love that.
Of course, I'm glad that Cardi B finally is starting to know her worth and finally left Offset after the 20 million times this nigga's cheated. Finally, it looks like she's finally starting to set boundaries. It's finally over, and it seems like Offset is the toxic one of the relationship because he can't handle that, because he always thought it was, oh, I could cheat and then I could come back. Now I think he's finally starting to realize that it's truly over and he can't handle that, which is where he's acting crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Offset needs help.
I don't feel like he's realizing anything though, and I also don't feel like this is finite. I feel like no matter whether or not Cardi and him actually get a divorce, that somehow something's gonna happen and then go back with each other. First of all, these are celebrities, so they're in the public eye, which makes, I guess, the pressure on them 10 times more. But also, they have kids together, which is also
That's what
something
I was going to say. The
that's
kids
a cling
is what
that
I'm
you can't
worried
get rid
about.
of.
That's what I'm worried about, because when they get online, they're going to be able to see all this kind of stuff. And it is a toxic black love. Quite honestly, Cardi B and Offset right now are giving me Bobby Brown and Whitney vibes. Like, that shit is not healthy. That shit's not normal, because the reality, Offset's probably off some perks. He sees red, you know what I mean? And Cardi B, like, she's from the Bronx. Like, she's about that. And I'm glad that she's finding her worth. But yeah, I think it's toxic, and quite honestly, not sure how that'll go unless something bad happens.
What do you think the new guy that Cardi's dating, what do you think his perspective of all this is? Like, you're dating Offset. I mean, you're dating Cardi B after Offset, but also Offset is sending you revenge porn. Like, I just couldn't imagine being in that scenario.
Well, Cardi B is with Stephon Diggs, who's he's a wide receiver in the NFL, and he has his own situation going on, I think, with his baby mom. So she might just be into toxic niggas. I don't know. That just might be her type.
But like, does Offset think that the revenge porn, like, that's not going to sway me in any way? I guess it'll bother me because I have to like watch it as the other guy, but like, that was your wife. It's not like I'm just some random nigga that I'm just sending you videos. Like, that's nuts to me.
He wants to get a rise at her. That's all.
So it's more for her, is what you're saying. He's trying to poke her bear instead of him. Because if this new guy, again, like, you're sending me videos of you and your wife having sex, as like, maybe I'm not even gonna say like insecure as that's gonna make me, but it's not even insecure because like now I'm sleeping with her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is because I'm a girl and I'm not really into the football stuff. I don't know who Stephon Diggs is, and to me, I'm like, if you're willing to put up with that kind of behavior, you're clout chasing, bro. You're with Cardi B because you want to say that you're with Cardi B. That's my opinion. I have no idea who that man is. I don't know if he's a big time wide receiver and super famous or what. I don't know, but I know 60% of the population know who Cardi B is. I don't think 60% of the population knows who he is.
I would say more than 60 knows who Cardi is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a pretty famous wide receiver, but obviously Cardi B is more famous than Stephon Diggs. So clout definitely has a certain part of it for sure.
Can we just for 2 seconds dive into the fact that sending somebody else revenge porn? Like, imagine somebody that you've dated before started sending anybody like nudes or like a sex tape that y'all recorded. Like, not only is that crazy, just like morally, I think it's wrong, but also like, why? I don't know. Me and anybody that I've done anything with have like, I think it's a mutual understanding type situation. Like, that's yours. And what do you get out of showing somebody that stuff? But also, like, I wouldn't want to show like Justice, like me and my ex having sex. Like, that's just weird as hell.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that either.
Well, I don't know. That's just, go ahead, Justice.
It's a crazy situation. Like, I don't know what I would do if someone sent me a video like that. If like I was with their ex, like I might say some stupid shit back, like that's it, or like some shit like that. Where it's like just like a funny comment like that. I definitely would like antagonize them.
You just thumbs down it,
or just the laughing.
uh-huh.
But you're shit, little dog, or some shit like that.
Be like, bro, you got the shrimpy. Justice will say some shit like that, like, bro, got the shrimpy for real.
Shrimp, just shrimp emoji.
he's stupid. On to some more black excellence. This is actual black excellence in the Black Twitter Report. We've all seen the Pop the Balloon series. It's like a dating series. And who did it start with?
No idea.
Okay, well, they are making the Pop the Balloon series. And if you haven't seen it, it's literally like a dating game show type thing. People are like meeting each other, giving each other like fun facts. And the minute you're not interested anymore, boom, you pop the balloon and you have to walk away. They announced that they're making it a Netflix show. And not only are they making it a Netflix show, I think it's going to be like a live like event on Netflix, which is huge because it's on YouTube right now.
I don't know if this is black excellence, bro. I personally, I don't like this trend. I put this in like the same light as like the 20v1 videos. Like every video I've seen of Pop the Balloon has been mad ghetto. Like I saw one where they did Pop the Balloon with like homeless people. like it was I mean, it was good content technically, but I don't know. Like I feel like
wait, what were they asking the homeless people? Like what, and then what determined getting your balloon popped?
No, it was homeless people were holding the balloon. And like they had like different people pop up. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't really like the concept, and I think Netflix is gonna kind of when like big platforms pick up on like trends like this, they usually like I don't know, kind of like I don't want to say dumb it down or like whitewash it, but like I don't know.
Water it down.
I'm just not feeling it.
I feel like I'm a little out of the loop and out of touch with this because this is the second time I've heard of this Pop the Balloon thing today. I didn't know. So tonight I'm going out and I'm going to get my tarot card read. And the girl reading the tarot card is on that Pop the Balloon show.
Oh,
I've never
really?
heard of this. I've never heard of this show until literally today.
It's low-key funny but ghetto content, honestly.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's funny to see what people say that gets a balloon popped and then just watching their reactions. And who's hosting it when it goes to Netflix? It's Yvonne Orji, right? The girl from Insecure.
Yeah. Do you know like the concept of like what Pop the Balloon is?
I mean, just kind of what you guys said. Like, I mean, I've seen those YouTube things where it's like you sit in front of the person and if you hit the buzzer, then, you know, they don't like them and you're trying to date someone. But that I'm assuming that's the same concept.
Yeah, it's similar to that. Like there'll be like 10 girls lined up with balloons. A guy will come up like, "Hey, my name's Jerry. You know, I'm 30. I'm from blah blah blah." If he's ugly, all the girls will pop the balloon. They'll be like, "Why'd you pop your balloon?" "Oh yeah, I'm like my nigga's only 6 feet or some shit like that."
Okay.
That's basically like the concept of it. It's okay. I'm surprised Netflix is putting bread into this. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm not, because they running out of ideas in Hollywood, period. And they see that this is something they can make a bag off of. It's nothing more than like these food shows that we were watching, like Hot Ones, and how that became like a big old franchise when they started putting money in the Hot Ones.
I just feel like we need to bring back ratchet reality TV. Like all of these Love is Blind, Bachelorette. Like I want some drama. Give me the tea. I want to see wigs being snatched. Like I want it to get ratchet up into those houses. I feel like we are so sensitive nowadays that you can't come out with like good trash reality TV.
I 100% agree with you. I don't know about y'all. If y'all have seen Flavor of Love or like the old Bad Girls Club, those shows used to be fire, bro.
Fire. No, I've never been able to stand trash reality TV.
It's so good, man. It's so good.
So good. So good. Like in a perfect world, in my dream life, if I have everything that I ever want, I want to be the host of like a reality TV show like that. I would love to host the reunion. I'm messy like that. I would love that. I would eat that shit up.
That's that Leo energy. Gang. That's definitely what that is.
I don't want the beef, but I'm going to poke the bear on each side. I'm going to get this shit popping for sure.
Hosting the reunion is a good role because like you see the drama, but you're not in the drama.
Exactly.
Like a spectator type shit.
So what should I watch then? Because like I don't like reality TV. Like I've never seen like Flavor of Love or like Love is Blind. I've seen Love is Blind, but for the sole purpose of to talk about it. The reality TV that I watch is like Kitchen Nightmares, like that type of shit. Kitchen Nightmares or My Strange Addictions, that type of stuff, where there's still like a point.
Yeah, those are old too. I'd say you say you don't fuck with like Love Island, right?
No, I started watching. What's the one where they can't have sex? What's that one called? Too Hot to Handle. I've seen that one, but I haven't seen like any of these other like dating ones.
That's not my kind of TV. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with like most of the like reality TV nowadays. Like I know people watch. Some friends like watch Love Island. I think like Big Brother is another one. The Challenge, shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like reality TV has fallen off though. And I do agree with, with what you said, Vaunt. That Netflix is running out of ideas. But I'm not gonna lie, they kind of cooked with their new show. They came out with a new show. It's called Adolescence. It's only like 4 episodes. They're like an hour long, but really good, man. So it's basically about. It starts off with like this kid got to be in. I believe he's in high school. No,
He's 13.
yeah, 13 years old. Gets arrested, and we find out that he's getting charged with murder of one of his classmates, and that's basically like what the show is about. And it's a great show, but specifically the way it's shot, bro. Like the entire episodes is just straight up one shot, and it's beautiful, bro. But what do y'all think of the show? I didn't see the last episode. I don't know if y'all finished it, but like, what are y'all thoughts on the show?
Peyton, you go.
I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I thought the one shot was really cool, especially because it puts you there. It's like, when you're watching something like that, it was like they had the dad, he's in this like police precinct with his son, right? Who's being charged for this brutal murder of his classmate. And the dad is asking the police a question like, well, what is a guardian in that case? And it's a question that we as the viewer has that gets answered in real time. And I thought it was really interesting to see it from the point of view of the family of the murderer, because most of the time you see the point of view of the families of the victims. So it's insane. And I've really gotten down the rabbit hole on this adolescent show. And I've been watching a lot of the interviews with the actors. And the main character, this 13-year-old boy, I don't know the name of him, but he's going to be like the next Timothy Chalamet, the next Leonardo DiCaprio. Like that kid is talented.
Yeah, a couple of behind the scenes things. One, that kid's first time ever acting was in this show.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Yeah, it has to win it has to win an Emmy. I feel like it's gonna be like what was that stalker show we watched, Justice? Baby Reindeer. I feel like it was on that same creepy type vibe, but this was so much more eerie because yes, each episode was shot in one take. And so what I liked about it, I majored in like communication, so TV, film, so I'll nerd out a little bit. Was that like seeing like a scene end and then like the camera would like people would cross the camera and then it would go back like the other way, as opposed to like on a regular show it would just cut to the next scene. That was cool. Obviously there was a shot where somebody the kid jumped out a window and the camera followed him.
That was great.
That was phenomenal in the way that they did that. I was watching like a lot of behind the scenes on how they did that. Or like in one of the episodes, there's like a shot that's like they're walking on the ground and then like a drone just takes off in the air. And I was watching how they did that. I think the show, for its cinematography and all the behind the scenes stuff, great. However, I feel like the plot dragged a little bit. And I think that's part of why, because it was all just one shot. Like there's a whole episode that's like the kid that's accused of murder and his lawyer or like his therapist or whatever, and it's like an hour long just conversation, and I was getting so bored. I was getting so tired.
I was gonna say I see like where you're coming from with that, but I think the one shot format was perfect for this kind of show, just because I feel like for example, in the scene where he's getting interrogated, like usually it would have seemed like that. Obviously, it's like serious subject matter, and like if it cuts to like another scene or like just the cuts in general, I feel like relieve the tension a little bit. Whereas with the one shot, I feel like the tension stays there. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't know. I just thought it was beautifully done.
I think with those long one shots and you do feel like this is dragging out, I think that's that emotional connection that you have as the viewer, right? It's like you're literally going through this agonizing process just as if this family is. Justice, you said you haven't seen the last episode?
Yeah, I saw like the first 10 minutes of it.
The very last scene, it's the dad and he's like going into his son's room and he just breaks down. That entire scene, when you go watch it, you have to let us know what you think, because that entire scene was not scripted. It was completely improv. And that last scene sold the whole series for me. I was like, that's some damn good acting, because it's his dad who, has been going through this whole process with his 13-year-old son. And I really like the social idea behind adolescence too. It's how social media is brainwashing our children, essentially, right? All these likes and these messages, and it's bullying. It's a form of bullying. And I think what was so fascinating about the actor, the 13-year-old, he genuinely doesn't feel like he did anything wrong because he felt like this girl was bullying him. So he really doesn't feel like he was wrong, even though they have him on video, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think low-key that's a problem definitely for our generation, because I feel like when we were kids, our parents were kind of preparing us for school with like the experiences that they had, and their experience was like, oh yeah, you're gonna deal with some bullies, and I just feel like their whole outlook of school was different. They're like, oh yeah, there's bullies, there's jocks, so and so. Whereas when we were growing up, definitely like in high school, we had to deal with sorts of like bullying and harassment on social media as well, and I don't think we were really prepared for that. It just kind of like happened that way. And definitely this next generation, I feel like it might be even worse. So
I think it is worse because you have the COVID years. Like, I coach high school girls basketball, and they were in 6th, 7th grade when they're having to be at home, isolated, doing school from a computer. Like, I walk into campus sometimes and all these kids are just working on their computer. I'm like, why are you at school then? Like, these kids are seriously being poisoned by the media, and it's sad. And all these laws that are coming into effect about banning them, I'm all for it.
We need to bring back bullying. I've said it before. I feel like everybody needs a little humbling in their life. And honestly, it helps build character.
Not cyberbullying, regular bullying. Physical.
Yes.
Physical.
I wasn't saying yes, honestly, I feel like everybody needs their ass beat once in their life. You're actually right.
Bro, you can tell when someone has never gotten their ass beat. You can just tell. Like, it's just like a certain attitude I feel like they have where it's like, you never be like, you low-key need an ass whooping, bro.
That's the entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, here's where, because Justice went to college with me, so Justice saw me literally throughout my entire college experience. I have never got my ass beat. And I was the guy that everybody kind of didn't like in college because I had a smart mouth, but I did know when there was a line. Like, I knew, that's debatable, that I knew when there was a line. What, Justice?
I'm just not surprised
that I didn't get my ass beat.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Because I walked around just thinking I was like hot shit, but I knew when to not be hot shit. Like, I knew when to be like, all right, let me chill the hell out. Even if sometimes I did toe the line, that's just the Leo energy in me, just being just toeing the line. But we need to bring back bullying in schools. It builds character, it humbles people.
That's a hot take.
I think so.
That's a low key.
Because when cyberbullying became a thing, it was like, really? Okay, I'm laughing because, Justice, do you remember a couple of years ago, we did a story about, it was a girl playing a VR game. She had a headset on. And she said in the VR game, she got sexually harassed or she got raped or something like that. And she tried to file charges. And there were so many things wrong with the situation. Because you and I were trying not to make jokes. And I'm sorry she went through that. But it was a video game. Why didn't you just take the goddamn headset off? It was so many things wrong with that situation. However, the grander scheme of what I'm trying to say is, like, cyberbullying is nothing compared to like regular bullying, like either getting your ass beat or just getting shoved in a locker, which actually never did happen. But cyberbullying was treated like it was like COVID or like scoliosis. It was like, we have to solve this. They took you out of school for that shit. And it was really nothing.
Yeah.
I guess because of the rise of the internet, maybe that's like why it became so like relevant. Like, they even made a corny white movie about it. It was good at the time, but like just trying to show how in depth it was. Like, some girl tried to kill herself, and God forbid, people that do get cyberbullied, there's some people that handle it better than others. But I just feel like regular bullying needs to be brought back, because people are, yes, like you said, Justice, so sensitive today. And if people only had like a taste of what like our parents went through,
right, they wouldn't act like that.
Yeah, just people so coddled today. Mm-hmm. Like you said, it builds character, Loki, and it teaches you valuable lessons sometimes, because like you might say something, something crazy, and then you might get slapped. It's like, all right,
right, you
cool.
think twice. You won't think twice about saying that shit again.
It helps you build thick skin. It helps you learn to be good at roasting. Like, it just helps you in so many avenues of life.
Hey, I probably wouldn't be able to be doing content like this if I wasn't fighting for my life at the lunch table with them roast battles. It teaches you to be quick on your feet. You know what I mean?
Peyton doesn't know about your villain backstory and how you had the Barbs sending you death threats.
What happened?
Yeah, I've had a couple death threats sent to me before for my content. I heard that you dealt with that too, like some backlash.
Well, hold on, don't deflect. Tell her what you did and why you got the death threats before you turn the pages on her.
Yeah. So me when I started branching out on my own doing content, I started, that's when I started branding myself as the villain, and I started doing like 3 reasons why so and so is trash videos. So I did like a Drake video, I did Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce. The last one I did was Michael Jackson, and a couple of them I got a lot of backlash from. One the most was probably the Nicki Minaj video, because the Barbs are crazy.
Yeah, they
And
go hard.
yeah, so comments are nuts. I got some DMs on Twitter, some death threats on IG too. People are crazy.
The other one that people went nuts on was when you said BTS is trash.
Yeah,
You don't mess with like the K-pop armies.
Yeah, BTS goes hard. I would never mess with that. I love BTS on the record.
Sure. Okay.
Not trying to get yelled at.
it's just not for me. I low-key, looking back, if I was still doing those, I should have done a Taylor Swift one. That would have got a lot of
huge.
Yeah, I would that would have definitely got a lot of hate too. It's like those videos are years ago, and I still get hate from them, which is crazy.
I'm looking at some of the comments on your video right now. I'm sorry, just because we're on this topic. Somebody else agreed with you. Somebody said, "Don't mind the trolls, man. You're saying 100% truth." When you said most overrated, some of these are mild actually. So were all the like pissy ones in your DMs?
The death threats were all like on Twitter. They found my Twitter and they're like, "Yeah, you should die." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh wow."
Yeah,
Sorry.
people are ridiculous to send that kind of stuff. I just think that's the energy you're putting out into the world, karma's gonna come back.
All right, welcome back to Morning Commute. It's time for one of our favorite games that we play on the show. It's time for Blind Rank. Vaunt, you said today you have our Blind Rank, right?
Yes. Today we're going to blind rank things that you hate to touch. And it's not dirty, just universal like textures that are just like, they just skeeve you out. And you, Peyton and Justice, you're going to go 5 is the worst. Well, I guess technically 1 is the worst because these are things that you hate. So number 1 is the thing that you hate to touch the most.
Okay.
And you're not going to know what I'm going to give you ahead of time, so you have to rank them 1 to 5.
Copy.
All right. Get my paper ready. All right. Blind rank the things you hate to touch. We're going to start with sand.
I'm gonna go 5. I don't mind touching sand. I don't think that's that crazy. Only bad thing is like maybe it's hot, but yeah, I don't hate like the feeling of sand.
I'm that same way. I'm gonna give that a 4 just because I feel like there might be something.
Damn, that's
different.
smart.
I'm gonna go 4.
Okay. Justice said 5. Peyton said 4. Things you hate to touch. Next one is belly buttons.
I don't think I've like had a lot of experience touching other people's belly buttons. Like I just don't think that's
But
something.
there's people that are like skeeved out by like not just talking about other people's, like your own even.
Okay.
My belly button's fine. I'll put that at a 3.
Okay.
I'll go 3 just because like I don't think I'd want to really touch someone else's belly button. Also, I don't think a lot of people clean them.
Right.
Let's
talk about it. Clean your belly buttons, dirty hoes.
Yeah, facts. Whether you have an innie, outie, in and out, whatever, clean that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Both put at number 3. Next, soggy food in the sink.
That's sick.
Okay. Yeah.
Think about like wet bread.
Oh.
Think about like you cleared your plate in the sink without throwing the lasagna out. So now it's all like, ugh.
That's gross. I'm going with 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree, just because I think you're gonna have something else crazy on here. So
Me too.
yeah, I'll go 2.
So you both go number 2?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Justice, you still have number 1. You both have number 1 open. Justice, you still have number 4. Peyton, you still have number 5. Blind ranking things you hate to touch. Next, you got wet socks.
I
Imagine
don't
just
mind wet
stepping in a
socks.
puddle.
I'll put it at 1. None
You
of
don't
these
mind?
bother me. I would put all these at 1. I'm not bothered by any of them.
Well, 1 is
really.
the one you hate to touch the most.
Oh, then I'll put that at 5.
I
Yeah.
can't do wet socks.
Wet socks are definitely nasty, but I feel like it's worse like when you're wearing wet socks. If like I'm just picking it up.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're wearing wet socks. Yes.
Oh, see, that's different. That's different. Because I figured it was just like with your hands.
No. You're wearing wet socks.
Yeah, that might have to be number 1. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's my number 1. Because if you nothing is worse than that feeling where you got wet socks and like you're out. That's terrible.
It's terrible. When you got on like Crocs or some shit and then it starts either raining or maybe you like you're on the beach and so then your feet get wet. And it's like socks are like one of those things that are like impossible to dry unless you put them in the dryer or lay them out. But like there's nothing like your shirt will air dry, but with you walking, socks not.
Yeah, that should ruin my day.
Okay. So yeah, Peyton, you have number 1 left. So whatever I say last is the thing you absolutely hate to touch the most. And Justice, you have number 4. Okay. Last thing that you hate to touch, somebody else's feet or toes.
I don't mind feet. I don't mind feet, but I
Really?
guess I'll put it at 1. I'll kiss
Okay.
my boyfriend's feet and toes. If they're right there, hell yeah.
You kiss your hold on, back up. Why?
Because I'm obsessed with him. If there was a zipper on my boyfriend and I could unzip him and wear him like a suit, I would.
Okay.
Man,
None of those things bothered me, Vaughn.
I can tell you're
Maybe I'm
so
just
unbothered.
gross.
I'm bothered. Not gonna lie to you.
By
This
my
would've-
comment?
No, this would have been my number
Oh.
1. I hate feet. I hate feet. I don't like feet. I'm not kissing nobody's feet. I hate like cold feet. Oh my god. The hairs, bro. Hell no. This would have been my number 1, but I have to put it at 4, unfortunately. But I fucking hate feet.
Why do cold feet particularly bother you?
Because they're cold and clammy, like ew, nigga. Ew.
What's worse for you, cold feet or ashy feet?
Ashy.
Feet that look like they rolled around in chalk.
Yeah, that's terrible too. I hate feet, bro.
Peyton, can I ask you a question?
Why the feet slander? Yeah, what?
Well, no, you go ahead. Go ahead, Slim. Because
I was saying, like, why the feet slander? Like, I don't see. We all got toes. We all have feet. They all stink sometimes. I don't see the problem.
It's just me, man. I don't king shame. You're into feet. That's you.
I'm not into feet. I
No,
just
I know,
don't
no.
mind feet.
I'm just saying, me personally, I'm good.
put a
Like,
toe on your mouth and then tell me if you feel different.
put a what?
You heard what I said.
Wait, no, I didn't hear just put a what?
Find a female, put her toe in your mouth.
I've had a toe in my mouth. I didn't like it.
Oh yeah,
I like the experience. It wasn't a good experience for me, but you know,
I don't understand. That's a kink that I don't understand. What does
teach
these
yourself.
sucking toes do for you? Like, what does that feel like? Why?
It's a different stimulation in a different place. I don't.
I
See
don't
the problem in
understand
toe
it though.
sucking.
How is that? That's not like a sexual organ that I'm thinking at least is like.
Some people are into it.
I don't get it.
Some people see like, but people have OnlyFans of just their feet for a reason.
And sure, maybe watching it is different. Maybe like because you can watch almost anything and like develop some type of emotion toward it. But as somebody, I'm not somebody, but like I just can't imagine being somebody who gets their toe is being slobbered on, and I'm just like, I'm getting turned on more. Like that's so weird to me.
Not.
Right? It's like, go do it again.
Nah,
Do the pinky toe too.
the sound effects are crazy.
Peyton, I want to ask you a question. We talked about this last episode. Justice, Chap, and I. Men who put lotion on their ass. Justice knew where I was going because I don't put lotion on my ass, and Chap thought it was the oddest thing in the world. I don't think I've ever once gotten out the shower and be like, gotta moisturize my butt. Is that weird? Is there a problem with that?
I don't think there's a problem with that. I'm just glad that y'all wash your ass in general, because a lot of
Yes.
men out there don't.
That's gross.
I've never, I don't think my ass is ashy. And it's never bothered me to a point where I'm like, damn, I got a moisture. Like, I don't have eczema. Or, I mean, even if like for somebody that does have eczema, I don't think they're like, oh, please, I got to just put lotion on my ass. It's going to be ashy. Ain't nobody seeing my ass. Not like my knees or my ankles.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I don't see a problem with it though. I mean, to each their own.
But Chap's defense, because Chap was the only one that said he put his lotion on his ass. He was saying that like his girl would look at him crazy if she was like drop him, and then his cheeks looked like he was just scooting around on a chalkboard. Would you judge your boyfriend if you pull down his pants and his ass was white?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter. Why are you you're not touching my ass?
I think maybe
he doesn't have an ashy ass though.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe Chap's ass gets super ashy that he has to.
Right.
My ass doesn't get ashy like that. And also, like, people don't really like, be in that area to like where I have to put lotion. You know what I mean? So
Gucci, give me that ass.
Yeah, so like just let it rock. You know what I mean? Man, wash your ass though.
Yes, put some soap on your ass and your belly button.
Facts.
And in between your toes.
Bro, I met a lot of people that say that they just let the water run down. They don't wash their feet.
Were they of the Caucasian descent?
Bro, no.
What?
Whole bunch of races. Just men. Problem.
Oh, I've met women, honestly, that have said that too, but they were white.
Oh my God.
Men in general are stinky. Like, boys stink for real.
I'd say definitely more than women, I'd say.
Yes.
Well, it's like you wake up, like, I remember being in like high school and motherfuckers would be musty and it's 7:00 in the morning. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why men can't smell themselves.
7 a.m. is crazy. High school, I feel like not enough people instill in their children that deodorant is not optional. Mm-hmm. Because I last month, I told a story that I went to the bank and I was waiting in line for the ATM and the dude left and I got to the ATM and I could still smell him. Ooh, that's a problem.
Right.
Because there's some people that like, that's just their scent. They live in that. So they're so used to it.
That's sick. I'm sorry. That's so gross. Like, if my man is musty, I'm telling him he's musty. Like, that's gross. And there's these women that let their men walk around being musty and rank. That shit is sick.
That's the problem. A lot of these people, men or women, don't have partners to tell them that. Like, yes, my girlfriend and I, we openly tell each other, like, yo, last week, I swear to God, Alyssa walked in here with like a box of corn chips and it was just her feet. And for like 2 seconds, I tried to like let it rock. And I was like, baby, what is that? And she was like, it's my feet. Sorry. She was like, I just didn't want to go wash them. I was like, please, I need you to. We could have that open convert. Like, I thought she opened a bag of Fritos. I'm not even going to lie. But if you're somebody that doesn't have a partner, a regular person, like Justice isn't telling somebody that he's in class with, or Peyton, you're not going to tell somebody that you work with randomly, like, yo, like, you got a little BO that you got to take care of. And that's the problem. Nobody has somebody to check those people.
Well, that's because nobody wants to hurt nobody's feelings, which I can understand. Like, that's an embarrassing thing. You're right. If I saw someone I walked by them, I probably wouldn't tell them that they stink. But if my friend stinks, I'm going to tell you. And there's people that don't tell their friends either.
That is another reason why we need to bring bullying back.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that shit. I knew it.
It might hurt your feelings, but it would teach you a lesson.
It'll help you in the long run.
Yo, my folks always told me to wear deodorant. You know when it really hit home that I need to always wear deodorant? I saw someone else get called musty in class, and the whole class laughed. That scared me. I was like, that could never be me ever. Mm-hmm. So I was like, deodorant, a must. No pun intended.
No pun intended. I knew he was gonna do that shit. I knew he was gonna do that shit.
Bro, people, wash your ass, wash your belly button, put on deodorant. No more stinking, bro. We're not letting it fly no more.
I said this on the radio like a month ago because somebody, I don't know how I found this out. Somebody posted a picture on my story on somebody's Instagram story taking a bubble bath, and it was a grown man. There's no reason a grown man should be taking a bubble bath. You can wash your ass, but grown men should not be taking a bubble bath. What the hell are you doing?
A bubble bath?
A bubble bath, my nigga.
Did they get like a bath bomb?
I don't know if they had a bath bomb, but they just posted like, you know how you post a picture of like just your legs, but there's bubbles so you can't see it, and like you'll see like the rest of the tub. And I was like, what are we doing? You're 24.
That is a little zesty. I don't gonna lie to you.
Matter of fact, Peyton, I'm glad you're here. We have a woman on the show. What are some things that men just should not be doing? Bubble baths, I will start the list. Do not be taking no bubble bath.
yes.
Throw some balls.
I think men can take bubble baths. I don't see the problem in a man taking a bubble bath. Vaughn, seems like you need to relax. Seems like you need to de-stress and decompromise and have a bubble bath.
I can decompress without taking a bubble bath. There's so many other ways for me to decompress. I'll name something else I think a man shouldn't do. I think it's weird for a man to just have a cat. Because why? I don't know. Just something about it just seems off to me. Like, like as a grown man, are you cuddling with your? Because cats aren't like, you can't take your cat out on a walk. You can't go play fetch in the park with your cat, like you could a dog. What are you doing with the cat as a grown man?
Cuddling with the cat.
No, you're not.
That's cute.
You're not.
I don't know how I feel about this one because I don't like cats personally, but I don't know. I don't see it like being feminine. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you another one. Men should not be sitting next to each other in the movies. There needs to be a space in between the both of you.
Yes.
Why?
If it's the regular movie seats, yeah, move. But if it's like a recliners, there's a good enough space you can.
Yeah, because the recliners have like the big armrest in the middle that there's like enough space in between you. But if we're like sitting in regular movie seats, there's no reason our knees should almost be touching. I'd say the same thing at like a bar or like a Buffalo Wild Wings or something.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem in any of these things.
Well, you're a woman, so that makes a bunch of sense.
I guess.
I know we had this conversation. I think it's crazy. Like if like two men go out to a restaurant and they order hookah and it's just two men, like there's no women around. That's weird to me. Like I feel like the only time I've ever smoked hookah is when a woman has offered me hookah. Like I just think like a man going like chilling with his homie smoking hookah is a little crazy to me.
I can see that.
You know what else I question? If I see a man out with an umbrella, put on a hoodie, but like just put that umbrella down, player.
I don't know, bro.
You're a hater.
Think about it.
You're trying to stay dry.
Put on a hoodie or something, bro. Like men are supposed to get wet. Like the same, like you know how men are supposed to like in cartoons take your jacket off for a woman to walk over a puddle. That's I guess how I think about it. Put on a hoodie or something. But a man with an umbrella. Anytime my mom used to make me try to take an umbrella for school, I would feel embarrassed. I'm secure in my masculinity. That's totally fine. Like a lot of people commented on our video talking about ashy butt. And we're like, why didn't nobody? So many people commented on our TikTok at Morning Commute Pod. You should go follow. And they were like, how come you guys aren't saying pause? And I was like, because we're secure in our masculinity. But there's just a couple of things I just feel like men should not be allowed to do. Somebody said this on the internet. Men shouldn't pucker their lips to blow off their food, like to cool it off. To go, because that's just weird.
Why not? It is not weird. But like, do you guys think like, would you guys eat a banana in public? Like that's the same kind of logic.
I would eat a banana, but I'll like break it off and then eat it.
Oh my god! See why?
You can't just eat it. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy vibes.
Why?
That's crazy. Look, bro. Like one time we stopped at like me and my homie stopped at 7-Eleven. My boy got like one of those like those like pickles in a bag.
Yeah.
And he just potted the pickle. That shit. I was like, yo, fucking yo. Crazy. That's the same thing as eating a banana, in my opinion.
I don't think so.
You gotta break that shit off.
No, because it's not like I'm just swallowing a banana. I'm not putting a whole banana in my mouth and swallowing it. I'm biting it.
Nah, if you put the whole banana and you bite like a majority of it, that's crazy. That's crazy.
What about a hot dog? Are you gonna eat a hot dog?
Hot dog's different because you got the bun. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Different.
You got the wiener and the bun. Makes it worse.
If it's just the wiener, that's crazy.
Don't call it a wiener.
That's what it is. They're little wieners.
Call it the hot dog.
It's a Texas wiener.
No,
it's a glizzy.
Exactly, bro.
It's a glizzy. What was the other one? What about a popsicle? You can't bite off a popsicle.
Yeah, you're right. Damn.
I mean, I guess you can, but like I don't like that feeling on my teeth. How cold it is.
I probably just wouldn't eat one in public. I ain't gonna lie to you, because you can't like not eat a pops. Like you gotta like pause. You gotta like suck on it.
Mhm.
Right.
That's so like I probably just like if I'm out with my homies, there's no way I'm getting a popsicle. Like there's no situation.
Have you guys seen that trolley, that gummy that's like a popsicle and it's going viral right now because it flops around and it's like
No.
I have not.
I'll have to send you guys the video. But trolley, like the gummy worm company, is going viral because they made like a trolley like popsicle, but it's a gummy popsicle, so it just flops around.
Oh, I'm looking at it. Oh, it just it flops like a dick.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus
actually great
Christ.
marketing.
It's hilarious. It's so
I'm looking at a
funny.
guy like literally playing with it. He's like touching it with his
Yeah.
finger, like he's just so enamored by it. Jesus.
Trolley popsicle.
I'm secure in my masculinity.
Not that
Justice,
secure if
I'm
you can't take a damn bubble bath.
What am I doing as a grown man? Just so rubber ducky, you're the one. That's just weird.
No, it's a relaxing thing. It's good for your body too. Put some Epsom salt in there and you're good.
No.
So if your man was like, yeah, I'm gonna go home, get a glass of wine, set myself a bubble bath, watch some fucking what's a girly show, Vaunt?
New dance moms.
Yeah, that's not weird. That's weird.
Peyton honestly is so supportive of her man. She would probably be like, "Oh, wait for me. I want to jump in with you."
Yeah,
Honestly,
hell yeah.
that's real. That's real. But what if he's like, nah, this is me time?
Then I
That's
would have
weird.
a problem with that. Like, I like to be in there. Like, if he's going to the bathroom, I would like to sit in there.
Girls like doing this, Vaunt.
Chap does this.
This-
Chap and his girl love sitting in like she could be shitting and he's just sitting there like chilling on the bathroom counter on like the vanity just talking to her. I can't.
Totally.
Me and my girlfriend and you and Chap and Yanni and then Peyton and your man, y'all have been together longer than me and my girl. We haven't reached that point yet.
You
How long
probably
have
will.
you guys been together?
About 3 years.
Oh, yeah, you on the way.
But like we live together, and I mean, it hasn't even been a year that we live together. But I don't know. I don't see myself like sometimes after like one of us will take a shit, I'll be like, we'll both say don't want to go in there for a while because I don't even like smelling or being in that aura. So to be actively sitting in there with you while you're shitting, no,
You got to get poopery.
that shit don't help.
Yes, it does.
Does it help better than air freshener?
Yeah.
I feel like you're definitely gonna get to that point. You're not even gonna notice it. Like one day you'll just like realize like, oh shit, we're doing it.
Oh shit, you're shitting. Like no.
Shit.
Justice is so, and this isn't a shot at you, Jay. This Justice is like so far. Justice is single and he's in the streets and he thoroughly enjoys it. The day Justice tells me that he's sitting in a bathroom with a shawty while shitting, I'll know that it's gonna fucking rain cats and dogs and that like I won the lottery or some shit.
Right.
Like God, Justice is so far removed from like any ties to a relationship, and good for you, King.
Yeah, that is good for me.
You and my boy Kadir in the streets.
Like it's expensive out here. I couldn't imagine having a girlfriend. Meals go from $12 to $75.
Mm-hmm.
Real shit. Real shit.
That's facts, though.
The good thing is though, my girlfriend is easy to please. Like she's perfectly content going to like a Cheesecake Factory, which is like fairly cheap for I mean, I guess it's affordably priced because the food is ass, but she doesn't need to go like a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse or something. Are you that type of girl, Peyton?
No, I'm chill. Like me and my boyfriend, we like to go to like Red Robin on like a date night. So we'll go to Red Robin. We'll go during happy hour. Like I'd be chilling.
Half-apps at Applebee's.
Yeah, I don't mind being cheap. Like, and honestly, most of the time, like we are pretty cheap. Like if I make him dinner, I'm making him chicken, rice, and veggies, and then I'll just like make myself SpaghettiOs or like Kraft mac and cheese and call it a day.
It's a queen.
Because I don't want to eat. I don't know. Maybe this is. Do you guys cook?
I do.
Not really.
I hate cooking. I don't like looking at all the ingredients separate, and then it just grosses me out. And chicken, I can't eat the chicken that I cook. That shit makes me sick. I see everything that I take off of it. I can't get down.
What?
I feel that honestly.
I'll be in the kitchen for hours and not eat what I made.
I get that, to be honest. Like it's kind of like you're seeing how like the bacon is made. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit. I just want to see the presentation. I don't want to see like I made this. Have you guys seen that TikTok, that viral lasagna soup?
I think.
So it's like this viral TikTok trend, and it's kind of an older trend, but it's like lasagna, but it's in this soup for
Oh
like
yes, I
winter
see it.
season, right? And it
Mhm.
was so good, but I made it, but like as I was eating it, I was like, I'm literally eating a jar of marinara sauce and noodles and sausage. Like this is sick.
mm,
And
See,
I
that's
I'm
was
not
interesting.
like,
like
oh,
that.
wow.
I love cooking. Me and my girlfriend love cooking. Sometimes we'll fight over just time in the kitchen. And I think I said this to Justice before. We're trying to start a business, uh, doing Puerto Rican food because we're both Puerto Rican and there is no Puerto Rican food out here in this white ass town. But Alyssa loves to cook. I loved cooking before Alyssa. Like my mom and my stepmom just raised me to learn, like to know how to cook for myself. That way I never had to wait on a woman. But Alyssa's also like really good at it. But I don't get the process of like not the process. Like I just you look at the chicken and you're like, ugh, I'm gonna go eat something else.
Yeah. Ugh,
It's
I
honestly a
just
smart
can't.
idea.
Anyway.
It's honestly a smart idea, Vaughn. You set up like
Oh,
a
the yeah. I mean, the goal would be we've been doing like little plates here and there, and we've been giving them to people just for free so they can try them. But we want to. That's why like the last two times we hopped on the phone, I was eating chicharrones, which is like fried pork belly. We want to eventually make it like a do pop ups, and then it eventually turns into like a food truck. That's like the goal.
Cool.
that'd be fun.
But yeah, it would be so cool because there's not one Puerto Rican spot out here. There are like Spanish cuisine. I hate even saying that because it just sounds so fake. But like Spanish cuisine, Mexican air quotes around Mexican like restaurants around here, but there's no like authentic Puerto Rican food. Not one place.
That's kind of how it is out here. Like, there's no soul food out here. It's hard to find soul food, but if you love Mexican food, come to Arizona because Mexico is a 3-hour drive. Like, we have some of the best Mexican food ever, but we ain't got no soul food out here, nowhere.
That's crazy. Being that you said that there are black people in Phoenix, contrary to popular
There is,
belief.
there is some black people out here, but no soul food. So if you want soul food, you better make that shit at home, unless you want to go to like Lolo's, but that's a chain.
Damn. See, that's one good thing about Jersey. There's I get all types of food. You know,
Mm.
You
Jersey.
have to, yeah, because we're so close to New York and Jersey,
Yeah.
and there's like all races, colors, creeds, all that jazz.
Vaughn, over here, you ever been to a chicken and rib crib?
No,
Fire, bro.
where's that at?
There's one oh yeah, I guess they're not really close to you. There's one in Mawa, there's one in
Like North Jersey?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm Central Jersey.
There's probably fire spots by you too though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lived in the hood, so
I was just me and Alyssa were just talking about what'd she say to me? Because we're going to Mexico next month for a wedding. And she was like, she was like, you want to hear something that's gonna scare you? And she was like, there was like a big shooting in Cancun, which is where we're going. I was like, I don't know why you think that scares me. I grew up in the hood. I was just like, when I grew up, where I grew up in Trenton, it made the news when there wasn't shootings going on. I was like, that was how, like, that was just wake up, oh, shooting, okay, and the sky's blue. What's the weather outside? Like, that wasn't a big deal for me.
yeah.
So, before we get out of here, I do want to have this conversation, and Peyton brought this. I didn't even know about, which is crazy because Anthony Edwards is a play from Minnesota or whatever. Anthony Edwards is trying to be a deadbeat dad, but in a modest way.
I feel you on that. Yeah. I'm a huge basketball fan. I played basketball my whole life. So I really I feel like when I hear something like this going on in the NBA, like I eat it up. So Anthony Edwards apparently knocked up this girl. We don't know if he's the father yet or not. He's still trying to go after the paternity test. But this woman is coming forward saying that the father of her daughter is Anthony Edwards, and this baby mama is Lil Baby's baby mama too, or Dub
Oh
Baby,
shit.
one of the babies, one of them. And anyway, she's saying that Anthony Edwards is the father of her kid. And so Anthony Edwards, I guess there was text messages that were leaked. And when she was pregnant, he was like, I don't want any part of this. Like, don't have this baby. I don't want to be in this baby's life. She decided to have the baby. And now he is trying to pay 18 years of child support in advance, which is like a little over $1 million he's trying to pay up front. So that comes down to about $5,000 a month for the next 18 years. And Vaughn, why you think that's being a deadbeat because he's trying to pay in advance?
I think it's a deadbeat. He's pretty much saying, I want nothing to do with you. This is hush money, is what it is. I'm sure he's taking care of. He's doing the bare minimum for this child and for his mom. But yes, that is the definition of a deadbeat.
I disagree. Vaunt. Because let's say like he just paid child support for the next 18 years, right? Like every year he paid child support. Would you consider him a deadbeat dad then? If he's paying child support?
Kinda, yeah, because he's still paying child support now, but he wants nothing to do with it. Being a father, not to get all deep, being a father means that you're around for your child. Child support is the bare minimum. It exists because you're not doing anything else.
I can agree to that. Here's my opinion, though. And this might be a little controversial. It might be a hot take. Stop having babies with men that don't want to have babies with you. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. That man was very loud and clear. He did not want to be the father of your child. And you decided you wanted to go and have this baby. And now you're making a scene about it because he don't want to be with you. Stop having babies with niggas who don't want your baby. The fuck?
That's real shit. We've talked about this before, that there's too many people out here that are with people they don't really like or want to be with, to be honest. And especially in Anthony Edwards' case, he's obviously a famous basketball player. He's getting bread. Also, I think it's genius he's doing this now and not like when his new contract's up, he'll be making more money. He'll probably have to pay more. So it's probably smarter to pay now anyway. You feel me? But
it don't seem like he cares how much it costs. He's just like, be gone.
Well, yeah, he doesn't care at all. He does not want anything to do with this fucking baby. That's obvious.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think even if he had the newer contract, he'd still say, like, no matter how much it costs, he'd just be like, be gone. I'm just on the side, and it's so funny that Peyton is on the opposite side. I like having a woman on the show because now it's not just three guys giving their opinion. Because I want to take the woman's side, right? What if Shawty didn't want to go and get the abortion or do the things that would have to not have the baby? Even though Anthony Edwards said that, he could have wrapped it up.
He could have, and I think that's a hard thing. I think I'm very much your body, your choice. I stand true in that. And I do think sometimes if you're out here and you're not being safe and you're not being smart, like I don't agree if you're coming out and you're not trying to have all these babies, but you're getting knocked up all the time. I think that's wrong. But I think that sometimes, mistakes happen, things happen. But in this situation, Anthony Edwards and his baby mama, alleged new baby mama, she already has a baby by a rapper. I don't understand what I mean? Like, to me, she's looking for the money. You're looking for another A-lister to add to your bag. And I think that's tough. If she wants to have that baby, absolutely. But this man is literally telling you he doesn't want to father your kid. So, I mean, what else are you trying to do? He's trying to do his due diligence by paying it. It's just a weird situation.
Peyton doesn't sound like a girl's girl, and I'm here for it.
I am a girl's girl. But I'm also a realist. Like, I would tell my friend that if my friend came to me and was like, I'm pregnant, this man doesn't want to have the baby, I would say, well, you have us. We got you. We can have this baby together. We don't need that man. Like, I'm a total girl's girl, but like, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I feel like it's better to have the bread than to have a father to the baby that don't want that. You know what I mean?
Right, because then that's just toxic, right? Then you're making this guy have to spend time with your kid. Why, if Anthony Edwards didn't want to have that baby, why would she feel comfortable sending him to be with him? He wouldn't care. He wouldn't pay that baby no time of day.
That's true, but I'm also a firm believer in what is that saying? You lie in the bed you make, or you make the bed you lie, whatever.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards chose to sleep with this girl, and whether or not he wanted her to get pregnant, I mean, there's people that go through situations every single day that they don't want to end up in, but they are. So I'm just a firm believer, and now you got to take responsibility. And so, yes, I think even though he's paying child support, he's doing the bare minimum. He's supporting his kid financially, but not in the ways of like, I want that kid's gonna grow up without a dad, probably his dad who's gonna be Anthony Edwards, and that just, to me, that makes him a deadbeat. Now, what I will say is that I think it'll be funny when this kid grows up, because I feel like when you have a deadbeat dad, it also builds character. It makes you like one of the stronger humans in the world. Like, yeah, I grew up without this nigga. You ever seen fucking All American and Spencer and how his dad was just never around? And now he's like, I'm a better man because of it. I'm gonna go to be on the NFL and blah blah blah. All these black shows of people that didn't have dads and they just end up being the greatest humans on the planet.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you were gonna reference Fresh Prince.
Yeah, even Fresh Prince, the better example. How come he don't want me no more, man?
Classic.
Oh, that was sad.
Mhm.
And also, like, you lost me with the All American. I think that's the worst soap opera on television.
What?
Not an All American fan. Pass.
I think All American is I think it's one of those shows that started okay and then it got worse, but I think the fact that it was so bad made it so good.
Yeah, it's bad. Objectively, it's bad. Like, it's not good.
It wasn't bad to begin with.
Just like, it's so corny.
No, it wasn't bad to begin with. But I do think shows on the CW are kind of like that now. Like Riverdale, wasn't that a CW show? And that show just got worse as it went on.
I watched one episode of that All American, and it's when Spencer and Olivia are getting married and they break out in the dance. I was like, turn this shit off.
What?
This is corny.
That was the last episode of the last season.
I mean, I've seen them all a million times. My man watches them all the time. They're on
your man has
repeat.
great taste.
No, he has terrible taste. I hate All American. It's a terrible soap opera. Are y'all watching Abbott Elementary though?
Fuck yes.
A little bit.
I love Abbott Elementary. That's my
Abbott Elementary,
That's my jam.
One of the greatest sitcoms of this generation. I feel like Abbott brought back sitcoms.
I agree. And I feel like, did you watch the Abbott Elementary episode with the crossover of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I'm pretty sure I did, but I didn't watch the It's Always Sunny episode. Like I think I just watched the first half.
The Sunny episode is way better than the Abbott episode, but that's my kind of comedy. Like those two shows, if you want to know who I am and my sense of humor, watch those two shows. You'll know who I am.
Yeah. I feel like right now the best sitcoms are it's Abbott and Ted Lasso. I don't watch Ted Lasso, but I know a lot of people love that show.
I don't watch Ted Lasso. I'm familiar with it though.
The Office sucks.
Bugging.
I've never seen the episode of The Office. I've never seen Friends.
Don't waste your time with The Office. Friends is okay.
Von's seen like 2 episodes of The Office and says it sucks.
No, actually, I watched one. I've watched like in life up until maybe a month ago. I had watched 2 episodes, and then I tried to watch a couple of episodes, suggested by you actually, and I just couldn't get behind it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Modern Family is a good sitcom.
Yeah, Modern Family is great.
And I like Modern Family because it caters to so much, like to gays, to Latinos, and whites and black. Like I think it caters to everybody. Whereas The Office, there are black people, but it's primarily white people.
I feel that.
True.
And maybe that's why I'm not fucking with it. But let's get the fuck out of here, fellas. I'm used to saying that. Let's get the fuck out of here, Justice and Peyton.
Right.
Apologies.
Put some respect
Apologies.
on my womanly name.
I don't know. You ain't supporting women. And this woman that Anthony Edwards knocked up.
I'm sorry. I feel bad for her. I'm sorry, but go find a man that'll help you raise that baby girl. He's out there.
Do you feel bad for her though?
I do. That sucks. That sucks when you want to be with a man and he don't want to be with you. That is a sucky feeling. But also you got to realize, what cards you're being dealt with and not go to the internet.
I agree.
I also feel like Anthony Edwards, this information did not have to come out to the public. Like he could have lived his life, paid this mill, and like not told anybody. It's not something I'm running press conferences to
She's the one that posted it. She's the one that
she?
posted the screenshots of him saying that he didn't want this baby. Like she put their business out there like that.
Oh shit. Well, that kind of changes things.
Yeah. She wanted it. She thought it was going. What is it? Like they say that like having a baby is not going to keep that man.
Facts.
That man gonna leave if he don't want to be with you. Period.
And I get him paying everything right now. So it's like, I don't want to deal with you for the next 18 years of you popping up saying, where's my child support? Like, just here's it all.
That bitch might be crazy. We don't know.
Facts. We also don't know the whole details. Like maybe she said she was on birth control when she really wasn't. Maybe like the condom, bro. We don't know. We don't know what happened. Yeah.
But it's also, I feel like women, when it comes to like child support cases, have an upper hand in court systems. Like I feel like men can pay, like I feel like Anthony Edwards. Let's just say a regular Joe Schmo, because Anthony Edwards obviously is a nationally known Timberwolves player. If I said, here, I'll pay all the child support, I don't want to fight you, whatever, somehow she could still take me to court for something and I have to do more. Like I'm not not complying. Like I'm doing all the right things, and somehow I feel like women can still have an upper hand and say, no, I want more. Which sucks.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
It does suck. It's not fair. It's not fair. And I think the baby daddy, baby mama stuff, like it gets so tricky. So that's why before I get pregnant, I'm getting the ring on my finger. I ain't playing that.
I feel
I
that.
mean, that isn't. It helps, but I know a lot of people who got married and still have sticky situations with kids.
No, that's true. That's true. That's true. So
Wasn't Will
who
Smith
knows?
married to his first baby mama, or were they never married?
Oh, I
No,
don't
I think they were
know.
married. I think they were married.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have the older one, right? The older brother.
Yeah.
His name's like Trey or some shit.
Yeah.
We don't see much of him.
And now we see too much of goddamn Jada.
Maybe that's why we don't see him.
Right.
Jada is the Jada's the common denominator in all this.
Her and her
Anyway.
situationships.
Her entanglements.
Her entanglements.
God. I couldn't go to
And then
bed every
August
single night.
Alsina is now dating a man. Like she did him that wrong. So
What?
now he got
Honestly,
a
I feel like I knew
man.
that. I just don't keep up
Yeah,
with
they
August
look
Alsina.
they look good together.
Imagine like somebody hurting your soul so bad that you turn to the other sex. Like God.
That's crazy.
I've been there. I dated a girl before I dated my boyfriend. I was with a girl for like 3-4 years. I'll never date a woman ever again.
She turned you out so bad that you turned to him. But did you date a guy before? Like, have you dated both before that girl? Or were you strictly women before?
No, I dated guys in high school and stuff, and then
Okay,
I
well,
was
yeah, that's what
like-
I'm saying. Imagine being like just strictly gay first, like, and then like somebody does you so dirty, you're like, fuck this, I'm gonna go try man or go try the opposite sex.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
that's brutal.
that's
That's
tough.
wild. That's wild.
Anyway, we're gonna get on up out of here. Thank you for tapping into the Messiest Morning Show podcast per usual. Peyton, thank you always for joining. It's always dope chopping it up with you. You can follow me on Instagram. Follow the show on Instagram, first of all. Instagram and TikTok at Morning Commute Pod. I see so many people leaving comments and not as many people following. Just hit that follow button. That way you can always see us and get pissed off whenever we stir the pot and tell you that men shouldn't take bubble baths or Cheesecake Factory is mid or that the Beatles suck.
Facts.
You can find me on Instagram at VONTLEAK, VONTLEAK, and tune into the Dave Ryan Show Mondays through Fridays, 5:30 till 10 Central on the iHeartRadio app. Justice.
You can follow me on IG_Injustice. Subscribe to Supervillain Studios on YouTube. Check out my pod, The Supervillain Show, and copy your villain merch, supervillainstudios.net.
Peyton, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Peyton Whitmore, PAYTONWHITMORE, or you can catch me on the John Jane Rich Show at John Jane Rich on Instagram and TikTok, and tune in 5 to 10 a.m. on 104.7 Kiss FM.
And stop giving Peyton so much goddamn hate. I'm so sick of seeing people. Everybody, we talked about bullying earlier. People on the internet are fucking brutal, and I hate seeing so many damn threads about Peyton.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's all I have to say. That's literally it. I just hate it.
Thanks. I appreciate y'all. It's tough out here, but I appreciate the engagement regardless.
Yeah, you got your name in people's mouths, which is it goes places. I'm about to just go on all those threads and comment this episode. That's what I'm gonna
do. Oh my gosh, do not do that. Please don't do that. I would not want those people to listen to this podcast. I would die. I would die. Give them another reason to get on my head. They'll be like, look at this black girl. Look at this whitewashed black girl coming on here talking about black people problems. They would rip me apart.
Crazy.
If you tapped into this podcast thinking that you were going to hear something wholesome, you're sadly mistaken. We are the Messiest Morning Show podcast. It is Morning Commute.